Now the haka. Any number of those All Blacks have never before performed the haka at Ellis Park. So the preparations have all been done, and we're not far away as we look at referee Luke Pearce of England. Last refereed the All Blacks when they were beaten at the end of last season by Ireland in Dublin, and he's assisted by Christoph Ridley of England, Angus Gardner of Australia, last week's referee, and Brett Cronin of Australia is the TMO. A look over the landscape of Johannesburg on a beautifully fine day, as always, at this time of the year. So the Springboks are ready. It will be the All Blacks to kick off, left to right. Another flyover. The 737-800. Spectacular. First done, of course, back in '95 at the Rugby World Cup final. So this is the 103rd Test match between the All Blacks and the Springboks, and it will be Richie Mo'unga to get us going at Ellis Park. And away we go. Vermeulen waits and takes it in. Back in the Springbok team today, the 36-year-old
South Africa, use it!
Jaden Hendrickse, who played for 79.5 minutes last week, makes his first kick. Early test in the air, and the ball bounces loose and is back on the All Black side.
Knock on Black.
And he's picked up a knock on. That came from the sideline.
Yeah, first one, mate.
Well, he's on early in the match, Jaden Hendrickse, last week for Faf de Klerk. And he was simply outstanding for 79 minutes. And one of the things that was a huge part of why his performance was so good was his kicking game. It was accurate, and it was with height as well. It gives his chasers plenty of time to compete in the air. And Mapimpi is one of those players that is an incredibly good chaser and good in the air. So the All Blacks get an early taste of what the Springboks will throw at them.
Shannon Frizzell is the man who is down early, just colliding with the player, I think, as they went into a breakdown. So he's just getting a little bit of treatment here, whether it looks as though it's a contact lens which he is putting in. Yes, there it is. And so that won't take long, and he'll be back into the action. But for this young front row for the All Blacks, you think about what they're facing in front of them in the heat of this battle. For Ethan de Groot, Samisoni Taukei'aho and Tyrell Lomax, the first true test
Yes, it is, Jeff. Just 9 starting test matches between the 3 of them. The other interesting fact is that none of them were born in New Zealand. Tyrone Lamex in Canberra, Australia. Ethan de Groot on the Gold Coast. Samisoni Tokiaho, Tongan born. Free kick. So the All Blacks win a free kick. Now they might want to put another scrum down here. It'll be interesting.
Scrum call.
Yeah, it's a good position to attack from. There's a new man, Joseph Dweeba. He was just closing the space, so
slow calls.
He's been warned about that. That was what the free kick was for. So now the roles are reversed. It's about the All Blacks getting their platform, not being disruptive as what they probably were looking to do in this instance. So now they get a chance to launch from here in a good zone.
Crouch.
Will Jordan poised right in behind Mo'unga.
Bind. Set.
So the first scrum fed by Aaron Smith. Good stable unit. Here's Mo'unga. Pops it off to Jordan. Lobs it wide. Oh, it's well too wide. And he's thrown it, in fact, into touch. The All Blacks looking for some deception there. But it was a loose pass in the finish from Will Jordan.
There's your mark, mate. Okay. Make sure they're on it, please.
Well, they know that heat's coming. And that's where the players need to be patient. Got to back themselves in the contact area, got to back themselves in their skill set and their clearance to get there. They're throwing too much ball away against that type of defence.
Weber's first throw for Mullen. Oh, it's won by Sam Whitelock. And it falls for Tokiaho. And the All Blacks have turned one over early. Now Smith away for de Groot. Puts the shoulder. Up goes Savia. Takes another metre. Tokiaho away for Frizzell. All Blacks getting good possession early in this game as Smith slips it off to Tokiaho. Strong defence, as you'd expect, from the Springboks, but the ball's still there. Havili, Mo'unga pops it to Barrett, trying to shrug his way through. Geordie Barrett, of course. Now the All Blacks again in possession. Here's the cross kick, beautifully done for Savia with his pace. Gets on the outside. Oh, Adi Savia! Just couldn't slip the pass to Caleb Clark. But the All Blacks in a great spot here, and they've got a penalty advantage. And he's going to go to the yellow.
Has to.
You were fine.
Line break.
He's in the rope to start with. Tries
quite clearly. The Springboks cynical in this zone. They were under the pump. Their defence was at 6s and 7s. They had nowhere to go. The All Blacks were looking to recycle. They had numbers to the right. It was the only option for Luke Pearce, given the circumstances in a try-scoring position. And look at this intent from the All Blacks.
Well, when you get an opportunity for the Springboks down early, they want to score first, and they don't want to score in 3s. They want to score in 7. Great option. The kick pass from David Havili. Space on the outside. Look at the weight perfectly. They held Adi Savia. He had support. Look at that on the outside. So talented. They go to the line out.
Okay, the line out won by Whitelock. Held in the back by Tokiaho. Need to keep it nice and straight. Springboks holding at the moment. All Blacks looking to shift it forward.
Okay, don't play it now, please. Don't play the ball.
Going to be there, I think, for Aaron Smith it is. No, they've come away with it. Hendrickson. No. Penalty.
Number 1.
Penalty against Oxen Chu. All Blacks' best start in their last 4 test matches.
Okay, call, please. Okay, let's go then. Let's go.
So they look set to go again, the All Blacks. In fact, late decision from Sam Kane. They are going to go for the scrum option.
Now, just watch here, the Springboks, they didn't change their bind, but it's a player on the ground that uses the hands. Look at that. Clear penalty. The All Blacks opting for a scrum, Justin. Numerical advantage in the back line. Willems are in the bin. Difficult place to defend from when you're a man down.
And especially with line speed. The width that you concede because you're coming in around centre, there is a massive opportunity for the All Blacks if they can be clear and concise in their passing and get a good platform to work for. Out to the right as we look at it, a huge opportunity.
Oh, it's a free kick. Opportunity lost.
Got a clear break foot, number 2, taking it back.
Well, that's huge, because that's off
Marks over here, please,
a
Dan.
penalty that could have resulted in points. Yes, Sam Kane rolled the dice with the scrum, turned down the 3, but to concede at scrum time before the ball's even gone in is massive. He's got both hookers now, so there's something he's seeing there, Luke Pearce, that he does not like.
It's the break foot there, Justin, in the middle. You cannot, before the engage, release the break foot. It's something World Rugby have brought in recent times. That is what both hookers have been guilty of. On the engage, you can reset.
All Black ball, won by Barrett. Down they go, but Tokiaho is there. Now, Smith. Havili, swinging wide, but in fact it goes first up to Frizzell. Backs his way in. Now Tokiaho with his big, solid body. Smith slips it off to Kane. All Black captain drawn back, but still retaining possession. Now Mo'unga as they go wide. Ioane, well contained in midfield. Rieko Ioane. Now Smith goes again. Lomax. Boy, this defence is solid, as you'd expect. Ball is there for Aaron Smith again. Mo'unga. Nice delay of the pass. Caleb Clark piles over the top of Jesse Creel.
In big trouble, look at him.
He's in terrible strife. Can't stand up. Intercept. Peter Steff to Toy. Geordie Barrett running him down. He's got no one there. He pops it up and he gets Lakanya arm. Springboks almost home. Diving for the line. Referee looks closely and it's held up. Oh.
Wow, so much going on. Creel's no good.
Now, if it is, it'll come to me.
He's run into the same thighs that Faf de Klerk did last week. Caleb Clark made an absolute meal of him. But then from there...
Good call, Luke, good call.
Du Toit was the man on the spot to take the intercept. Great chase back from Geordie Barrett to pull the big man down. And then the Springboks, they had numbers. They didn't stay patient. They went for a dig close to the line. Great scramble defence from the All Blacks.
Yeah, it was a great tackle, wasn't it, from Geordie Barrett. He'll try and bang this long.
Let's go then, lads, let's go.
Jesse Creel is off the field. He will be replaced. Billy LaRue.
That's his altitude. This will go a mile, and it has. Down to Billy LaRue. On his own side of halfway, off to Dalende. Takes it into the All Black territory by 12 metres. Hendrickson away for hooker Dweeba. Lays it there for Hendrickson. Pollard onto LaRue. Now arm. We went very close. Chance out wide for Mapimpi. Good defence so far by the All Blacks. 5 out from their own 22. Here's Mal Herbert in his 50th test. All Blacks trying to get over the top there. Didn't quite manage it though, as LaRue slips it away. Arm tries to put it through on the ground. Ball retained by the box though. LaRue again. Not able to turn it over, so Hendrickson. Off to Etzebeth.
Okay, use it, 9.
15 out from the 22.
9, you've had it, let's go.
Slow build-up, looks like a kick coming, and it is. Now a real test here. Geordie Barrett, beautifully done. Claims the fair catch at the same time.
They've done well under massive pressure, the All Blacks. Ferocity in the Springbok attack. One-off runners, some block plays as well. They found space on the outside. with Mapimpi. Excellent tackle from Will Jordan, and then when it was needed, Geordie Barrett climbs above everybody else and makes a nice mark inside the 22.
Yeah, committed to it. Got his hand up nice and early. Identified it. We see Will Jordan and Aaron Smith working their way back. He's done that really well. Soared nicely. Great work at line-out time as well for the All Blacks defensively. They were able to get up and contest and steal possession. But remembering the Springboks playing with 14 men.
Just a metre gap, please. No more. Just a metre, South Africa. Okay, keep holding. Let's go.
11 minutes gone, first half, no score. Dweeba, uncontested this time for Etzebeth.
He's clearly straight in the side there, Scott Barrett.
Thank you.
These are probably the ones that hurt the All Blacks last week as well. There are a few there in the game where they'd survived a bit of pressure, where they just gave away the odd unnecessary penalty, which invites the Springboks into your half.
And interesting, that would certainly at altitude be in range. Just watch it, Shannon Frizzell here. He comes in front. As a defender, he has to come from the behind the ball, but turning down an opportunity at 3, looking to build more pressure on this All Black side.
All Blacks didn't contest the last line out. Dweeba, again they hand it to the Springboks. Ball slipped into the arms of Dealende, trying to pile over the top. Solid charge by Etzebeth, but met with stern defence. Here is Uncha. Ball being lost in contact, so Smith goes wide. Oh, it's through the arms. And playing an advantage. Crowd get pretty excited, but it was a knock-on advantage, and there was no advantage.
Let's go. Well, let's go. Let's play the scrum.
Great work by Sam Whitelock, ripping the ball clear.
Left to the left, please.
So I'll just remind, just watch, there's a break foot as they go into the bind part of the scrum.
Okay, we come on.
Both hookers have to keep one of their feet forward.
Number 9.
Watch the orange boot and the black and blue boot.
Great feet until I call set. Crouch. Bind. Set. Nothing clear. Quick
Massive
reset, please.
test for this inexperienced All Black front row. Ethan de Groot on this near side.
Okay.
Tyro Leomax across on the far side. In the middle, Samasoni Tokiaho.
Thanks.
Well, you could just see there, if the All Blacks had the ambition to play. Look at the players that the Springboks have got in the backfield. They are well and truly set for the kick. The All Blacks got a 4-on-2 to the left as we're looking at it. If they really wanted to chance their arm from this zone, kicking the ball to the Springboks did cost them last week with the counter-attack they brought to the game.
That's a fair enough scrum. Malherbe went down first on this near side, tight head side, so the All Blacks win themselves a penalty. Penalty taken by Richie Mo'unga, and back to halfway. Have a look at who goes down first.
Yeah, just loses his feet behind him. Does Malherbe. Just to your point, Justin, if you see space and numbers, the execution of the passing has to be bang on, and that has let them down the game early.
Tokiaho, All Blacks win the line out. Mo'unga across the face of Ioane, trying to make his way through. Half break. Now Mo'unga jabbing a little kick in, but easily read by Mapimpi, who's back at fullback in the continued absence of Willemse.
No, still under his foot. Use it!
So Hendrickson gets there. Moves it off to Malherbe.
No, you backed away. You pulled away.
All Blacks
South
claiming the
Africa,
Springboks are
use
off
it.
their feet. But Luke Pearce said that you pulled away. Now here's Khaleesi, away for arm. Bit of open space here for Mo'unga and Geordie Barrett. Going to have a crack here too. And off goes Geordie Barrett. Goes wide for Havili. David Havili's kick. Bounce a bit awkward here for Pollard. Could get trapped, but manages to slip it to LaRue. And a big punt downfield by Willie LaRue. Sits up for Barrett. Thought about opening it up and decides to bang it off downfield.
Nobody yet. Nobody
Pollard's
yet.
waited back inside the 22. He's got all the time in the world here.
South Africa.
And he finally puts it out.
Look, it's not bad kicking from the All Blacks. They're managing to maintain decent territory, but with the Springbok down to 14 men, particularly in the back line, just wonder whether kicking it away as a first option is the best option at the moment.
Tokiaho throws. Goes to no one at all and bounces for Pollard. Gets it away, and here's a chance for the Springboks. Clark having to race back in defence, looking for a good bounce, and decided to take the tackle, Caleb Clark. All Blacks got there quickly though. Now here's Scott Barrett.
Hold in front.
Back for Mo'unga. And a good powerful clearance from Richie Mo'unga.
Play one more. No one's asking yet. Come on, let's play, lads.
Damien Willemse back.
Stay on the line, New Zealand.
So it's 15 on 15, but of course the Springboks have lost Jesse
Close the
Creel,
gap, please.
replaced by Billy LaRue.
South Africa, set on your gap. Front man. Thank you.
Dweeba throws. Easily won by Itzebeth.
More.
Making no progress at all. In fact, if anything, the All Blacks inching them back. Now here is Willemse. Great defence on him by Kane.
Touched.
Kick is into touch finally after Hendricks's kick was charged. And advantage to the All Blacks who get the scrum, who get the line out 5 metres on their own side of halfway.
Back now, mate.
Still no score at Ellis Park. Aaron Smith delivers the message. Tokiaho throws, won by Whitelock. Mo'unga, Clark in midfield. 5 metres in All Black territory. Slow ball for Smith. Mo'unga, ball touched. So LaRue waits and heaves his pass out into midfield, into the arms of Lekanya and the Springboks back in possession, right in centre field. Taken up by Diaga.
Lost the ball.
Ball's been lost. The All Blacks had turned it over, but then lost it.
That's good. South Africa.
So
use
another kick coming up from Hendrickson
Yeah.
as the All Blacks drop back. Again, very high. Looks like the All Blacks have won it through Geordie Barrett. Now Mo'unga looking to open it up. Clark away for Havili. Puts a nice fend on. Then slips the pass, but can't connect with Rico Ioane. Did everything right, but the pass goes astray.
Number 1 down, so send some water on with it, lads. Have a quick water break.
Well, this is typical of the Springboks. When they need a break, they put a prop down, and they've done it. And that causes a water break. Well, let's go sideline. And Jeff has got Mark Nonu with him.
Yeah, Mark. I mean, how are you feeling this first 20 minutes? I know you were frustrated 7 days ago. Are we playing the All Blacks but are they playing in the right parts of the field for you?
Yeah, look, I'm hoping that we can kick it more, put them under pressure, try and end up in their 22. At the moment, we're trying to do back moves and the ball's not sticking. We've seen a couple of times it's got to the edge, but we just haven't caught the ball.
In regards to our accuracy, once again, though, it doesn't seem as though when we are looking to move it, we're getting our depth and our width quite right. How do you make an adjustment there?
We just need to calm down. It looks like we're rushing things, looking like we actually don't want to make a mistake. So the belief is there. We just need to execute.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Well, great to have his insight sideline with me here at Ellis Park. He's had success here before, and this All Black team, it's a positive start. If you look at the scoreboard, they may have missed the odd opportunity.
Thanks, guys. So back to the line out, which has been won by Ebenezer.
Hold here.
Dweeber goes to the back of the maul, but the All Blacks are holding up these mauls extremely well.
Okay, first time.
Minimal progress.
Same ball.
And now they go.
Entry.
Playing an advantage now. The All Blacks got their entry wrong.
Okay, 9.
Now the ball coming slowly for Hendrickson.
On South Africa.
Now it's with Pollard hitting a great tackle. Absolutely nailed by Mo'unga. But they were playing under penalty advantage.
Luke. Yeah, back on Christoph on the 5 metre line.
Well, as well set by the Springboks. And just when it looked like it had been stifled of momentum, they got a little breakaway of 3 to 4 players, which caused the All Blacks to then have to enter that maul illegally to shut it down. Same intent, it looks like, from the Springboks as what we saw last week. This is very kickable for Pollard, but they want more. They want to test the All Blacks, particularly probably in the line-out more.
Their line-out defence, though, is something that has been on the improve. That was a momentary lapse there on the breakaway. But at this part of the field, the All Blacks have shown some resilience. Can they set themselves early, stop the momentum early?
Guys, you're setting the gap enormous. The gap is huge. So please close the gap. No, number 4. Thank you.
Like any good Englishman, Luke Pearce wants to close the gap, and it's not straight. Big victory there for the All Blacks.
Option, please.
Well, certainly haven't got the rhythm. Joseph Dweeber, who's come in as a late replacement for Mbonambi. Malcolm Marx has been on the bench. Hasn't had a lot of game time, and it just doesn't feel like it's got the rhythm this week. That Springbok line out there is problems with the gap, as we've heard referee Luke Pearce talking particularly to Etzebeth about, which he is doing again now. And also the All Blacks competing and putting the thrower under pressure is stifling their rhythm, which is good to see.
Change of boots here for Frans Malherbe. Might have been one of the reasons he went down in the previous scrum.
You would have to say Nisbo and Marshy, it's been a pretty impressive start from this young front row for the All Blacks. They've certainly held their own on most facets of the game, and their scrum has looked really, really solid. They've passed the early test in the first 20-odd minutes of this test match. Can they keep the pressure up?
Time on, please. Height on the scrum, both sides. Height up, please.
Another big test for them here.
Lads, just to make you aware, you've both been free kicked. If you do the break foot again, it's a penalty, okay? Crouch. Bind. Set.
Right, so Smith to get it in. Off the back goes Savia. Slips the pass for Havili, who stood well. Now the ball's back there. Smith under pressure. Slips it to Mo'unga. Oh, lovely pass out to Ioane. Chance out wide for Will Jordan with his pace. Looks to link up with Ioane. Slips it back to Jordan. Up to the 22 they go. Now they need quick ball. Smith grabs it. Mo'unga slips the pass to Havili. Offside against the Springboks. Now Aaron Smith. De Groot. Right out in centre field. Trying to go straight ahead with Xavier. Playing under this penalty advantage.
Back to the advantage.
But they're going to go
Number
back.
5,
Oh,
offside.
what a pass that was.
Certainly was. Sensational from the All Blacks, finding space on the outside. Rieko Ioane freed up Will Jordan. Little interchange between them. Had the Springboks absolutely scrambling back, and they did it illegally, which resulted in this penalty. And Sam Kane looks like he's going to take the 3 and get some points on the board for all their effort in this first quarter of the All Blacks.
Yeah, and I think this is a good decision just to get something on the board. It was a great pass initially that gave Ioane the decision here to keep the ball in hand. It initially looked as though he was trying to find space to kick to, but just here, the Springboks not retreating, and it's just here they just needed to find a little bit better shape on this next phase because the Springboks were scrambling. Richie Mo'unga has the responsibilities to goal kick. Remembering Geordie Barrett picked up an ankle injury, but he was kicking well during the week.
Really impressed with the start from Richie Mo'unga. His ability to just buy himself some time. He's putting some players in space, whether it's just going to a defender in a little short pass, or we've seen there that one that he ripped out to Rieko Ioane. Looks on form, and he is helping the All Blacks with their attack.
25 minutes gone, first scoring opportunity, and guided through by Richie Mo'unga, and the All Blacks hit the front at Ellis Park by 3-0. Back to halfway with Andre Pollard. Caleb Clark to take it down. Slips it to Shannon Frizzell. Taken in the tackle of Ludiaga. Now Smith sends it off to Whitelock. And the veteran is well and truly contained. Now Smith back for Mo'unga. Billy LaRue right near the halfway line. Off to Vermeulen, and the big number 8 charging straight ahead. Hendrickson away for Pollard. All Blacks flying up in defence. Pollard forced to hang on to it. Now Hendrickson for Malherbe. Ball there for Hendrickson.
Hold in front,
Kick from Willemse this time. Mo'unga. Ball ripped away though, but it was lost forward by the Springboks. Here's Xavier. Refuses to go down on the tackle. Finally does. Now Tokiaho. Good charge inside the 22. Smith slips a lovely pass. Clark in the clear. Now, where's the support? Nobody there, so he has to take the tackle. Smith, the All Blacks creating space. Now away to Jordan. He'll have the pace, surely. Not quite. Snapped up by Sam Kane. Great defence by the Springboks. Now Geordie Barrett fires it off to Mo'unga. Game opening up here. Mo'unga has to lay it out. 10 from the 22. Frizzell. Tokiaho. Jumps over one tackle. Pops it up. Frizzell again. Now Smith. Looking for quick ball, has a snipe. Gives it off to Havili. All Blacks asking some real questions of this defence. Popped away for Jordan. Will Jordan gives the pass off, and the skipper has scored. Sam Kane's in.
You won't see any better. You will not see any better than that. What a breakout from inside the 22, Caleb Clark. And we saw the composure as well from the All Blacks. Stayed patient off a massive line break, and when they needed the execution, again it was there. The finishing qualities were intense. Steps from Aaron Smith, which is great to see. Too much speed, Caleb Clark. Just unfortunately slips here, is looking to take defenders on. And as they recycle, really, really nice pass. You can see there from Geordie Barrett out to Will Jordan, and then Sam Kane on the sideline finishes. Wow, that is so very good.
And this coach's box for the All Blacks celebrate. Sam Kane scores a wonderful try for the All Blacks, but their ability to hold on to possession and to attack from deep, and the Springboks labouring defensively, not able to get back, fatigue setting in, and with 10 minutes to go in the first half, the All Blacks are in control, and the sails, the wind has come out of the sails in this stadium, and it's the Springboks that are on their heels.
Sam Kane, a man under immense pressure, coming into this test match. Looks like the Springboks are going to make a change at hooker. Can hardly blame them after the way Malcolm Marx played last week. In the meantime, Richie Mo'unga from near the sideline. Pushed it away to the left. But Sam Kane, with his 16th test try, has given the All Blacks an 8-point advantage, just over 10 out from half-time.
Really good from Will Jordan there, just to hold the ball in two hands and give Sam Kane the time to finish. He brought in two defenders. Kane maintained his depth and finished it with quality.
And that change is made at hooker. Malcolm Marx is on early.
Pollard kicks it down, well handled by Frizzell. And the big man charging hard proves a problem for Etzebeth. Now Tokiaho. All Blacks not afraid to run at the Springbok defence.
Taken in.
Now they've got time to pop the little kick in behind. Not the best. And Willemse trying to step his way through. Hendrickse gets it off. Delende tried to make ground. All Blacks in over the top, having a crack at it. And they've turned it. Great stuff. Now Jordan swings it off to Mo'unga.
Stop in front.
Nobody home down at fullback. That's a clever kick.
Thanks, mate. Just mark, please, BC.
Ball needs to stop. Yep, that's okay. And so now Willie LaRue.
Same, please, so have a go.
I reckon the Springboks are battling the fitness being shown up. They've already made one change.
What's incredibly, and there's the change, Dweeber's after evening is done, is the accuracy of the All Blacks. In the air, they're much better. At the breakdown, when they sniff a steal, which Sam Whitelock did there, he's nice and accurate and wins the turnover. Then the kick from Mo'unga is nice, pinpoint perfect. The All Blacks' accuracy is so much better this week.
Tokiaho, important throw, won by Whitelock. Kane delivers. Tokiaho delays the pass nicely. Havili stretches the defence again. Now Smith. Off it goes for Frizzell. Shannon Frizzell. Now Smith again. Off to Scott Barrett. Bounces out of a couple more. All Blacks taking on up the middle more often in this test. As Savia lays it back again for Smith. Slips it away. Look at this. One off. Really drawing the Springbok defenders in. Ball laid back again for Smith. De Groot put his hand up, swung it away for Mo'unga. Now Tokiaho frees it up. Ioane, now one-on-one. Caleb Clark. Clark, close. Oh, he's held round the neck.
Tackle already made.
Smith, play goes on. Popping it out wide. Here's Whitelock.
Thank you, mate.
Slips it away for Ioane. Still only a couple of metres short. Aaron Smith, boy, a try here.
Please.
Would be what the doctor ordered. Over the top they go. Oh, Savia held up. Now Aaron Smith again, having another crack.
He's in.
Tokiaho scores. Try number 2.
Absolutely relentless and so impressive, the All Blacks. Caleb Clark in full flight. The ability for them to find space this week on the outside. Even when Clark gets pulled down close to the line, the All Blacks stay composed. De Groot has a dig. Xavier, really good defence on him from Etzebeth, but he stays composed, recycles. And then the awareness of Tokiaho powers through arm and powers over the All Blacks. They are on fire.
And it's the Springboks who are faltering because they are tired. not getting in positions to make defence of tackles. Sia Khaleesi just slightly late. Remarkable strength from Etzebeth to hold up Arnie
just
Saville.
hold for a second, please.
We might have an issue here with grounding.
Please just hold there a second, Sam, please.
It rolls out of his arm as he turns. So when he turns here, it rolls.
No, I think he's still got fingertips on both sides, Justin.
Yeah, the try's all clear, mate. There's no separation and he grounds the ball.
Thank you, let's go.
TMO liked it. In fact, we all liked it.
We certainly did. Well, the TMO asked for another look and for Luke Pearce to have a look. And both of them seemed happy, but they were checking because it did look.
It was over the shoulder and slipped up. Another tackler, mate.
He quite possibly have lost it, but it was quite clear from the evidence of the replay he didn't. Wow, massive, massive moment. Just leading into half-time for the All Blacks to strike.
Moanga. Oh, beautiful kick. Never any doubt. Converts the try. And it's 15 points to 0. Boy, what a week to make.
And playing the game in the right parts of the field, kicking well, executing at line-out time, executing at scrum time. And the Springboks are now chasing the game.
Pollard. Again, Clark. No, he's not lining it up this time. It's Scott Barrett. Oh, held up by De Groot. Got him down in the finish. Here is the try scorer, Tokiaho, running powerfully in the first half. Now across for Frizzell. And he's had some 40 minutes as well, Shannon Frizzell. Now they can clear through Richie. No, they decide to shovel it on. Havili, no attempt to kick it out, but it might actually go out. Up goes the flag on the far side. Not quite sure what the thinking was there.
Still live. You need to from home as well, mate.
Another change coming up. In fact, the front row. Tyre change, Jeff.
Yeah, and it is a tyre change. The entire front row. And Jasper Wiet is on as well, as is Stephen Kitsop. So Dwayne Vermeulen hasn't made it to half-time in his return into the Springboks. And Oxlade goes as well. So the impact players they brought into their squad to start this game have now been replaced.
Well, this is a big 4 minutes before half-time. The All Blacks have done plenty of good work here. They don't want to undo it before half-time as Marks throws. Claimed by Dutoy. And now they set up the rolling maul with Marks at the back of it.
2 hands up.
He's going to have to deliver for Hendrickse. Willemse. Now the wide pass for Willie LaRue. Here's Lukanya Arm. Nice. No, he got away from Clark. Oh, he got away and scored.
When they needed it, really nicely worked. They got momentum from the line out. When they needed it, clear at the Springboks. Pollard summed it up really well. The block play in behind. The lovely pass from Willemse. There it is out the back. Pollard rips it across to LaRue, finds space, but I talk about quality finishes. 1, Fenn, 2, can't get there. 3, Lucanio Arm, sensational finish. The Springboks are back in it.
Yeah, it was a wonderful finish, but it's a missed tackle and a poor exit from the All Blacks presented them with the opportunity, and Will Jordan just stood off that little bit too long, trying to protect the in pass to Willie LaRue, but Lucano Arm is a quality player, and that is a quality finish.
And that's just also the incredibly calm and cool nature of Handré Pollard. He sat behind Willemse, he had a defender on him, and he just ripped the pass left to right, knowing where LaRue would be, who ran onto it, which got outside the defender, and he gave Arm that opportunity for the razzle-dazzle.
Here he is now with the conversion, and he lands it too. So the Springboks have struck back just before half-time, and it's 15 points to 7. This was a straight missed tackle. Clark had him, let him go, and the All Blacks paid.
Thank you.
Moanga goes long this time. Here's Malcolm Marx. Bouncing through a few tackles, as you'd expect.
Good stuff.
Hendrickson waits.
Careful.
Taking the ball out from the 22 here. Barrett tries to charge down. Geordie Barrett took it on the fingertips. Been good under the high ball, with very few exceptions. Smith waiting. Tokiaho. Now Smith. Frizzell overran that. Smith rips it out. And they'll go back for the first infringement, which was the knock on by Shannon Frizzell, who just overshot the mark.
Geordie Barrett's been quite influential in the air. At time he didn't have to leave, but the kick from Hendricks was a difficult one. They managed to maintain it, but there, and you see off the ensuing breakdown, Aaron Smith and Frizzell just slightly got it wrong. Frizzell was just a little bit flatter than what Aaron Smith needed when he took steps. Big moments here just leading into half-time for the Springboks, an opportunity.
And this is where that injection off the bench has been critical for them before half-time. And so the pressure's now on the players who have been out there for 39 minutes from the All Blacks to push through and defend stoutly here.
Fine. Set.
Half-time almost with us. Big pressure from the Springbok scrum. Oh, they got a penalty. Now they go wide. Here's LaRue looking for arm. Lovely tackle this time. Smothering tackle by the All Blacks. Now Marx held it up off the ground.
I think they'll want the advantage. That's well within Pollard's range, that scrum penalty.
Here. Back we come.
Unless they roll the dice for more, but at altitude, just over halfway, and I think Pollard's got the distance.
And that would complete the momentum shift, wouldn't it, Justin? All of a sudden, 15-7, 15-10. He should have the range.
Well, he can kick it out, of course, and they can go to the line out. So he is going to have a go by the look of it.
Yeah, just in the last 10 minutes we've seen, as you pointed out, Jeff, the All Blacks off the back of points. They didn't exit well. Havili's kick wasn't good. Gifted the Springboks a line out which they scored from. And then they invited them back into this situation with an error between Smith and Frizzell. Probably got a little bit of fatigue themselves. They've put so much effort into this first half. It's been impressive. I'm sure if they were being as ruthless as Ian Foster would want them to be, those two errors they could do without to complete what has been a very good first half.
About 55 on the angle from Andre Pollard. Distance is okay, and over it goes. Whistle blows for half-time, and at the end of 40 minutes into scintillating test match here at Ellis Park, it's the All Blacks leading by 15 points to 10. Half-time lead for the All Blacks at Ellis Park in Johannesburg, 15 points to 10. Very much improved effort. Let's hear from assistant coach Jason Ryan, standing by with Jeff Wilson.
Well, Jace, you got some purchase in the first 40 minutes. Where did you find some opportunities?
Yeah, I think we're pretty happy with how our ball carry's going. Like, we're really winning races urgently, and we just challenged our height a little bit so that we can't, so they don't let them on the ball. And you know, just other than a couple of exits that were pretty poor decisions, to be honest, we're in the game.
Let's talk about the second 40 minutes now. What's it going to take to close out a test match like this, knowing what's coming?
Oh, look, I think everyone's got to be really proud on finishing their own job and their skill sets. That's the first things. Now, we're putting a little bit of pressure on their line out, so, and we've talked about that, we're actually in front, so they're chasing the game, we aren't, so we've just got to show some real good control with the ball.
Thanks, good luck second half.
Cheers, no worries, Goldie.
Jason Ryan and Justin Marshall could come down to the bench. The All Blacks are yet to use a replacement player, the Springboks. They've already used 5.
Absolutely they have. You know, they've gone to the well already, the Springboks, and one of their reserves is Herschel Yanchi. So he is a halfback, so he can only play that position specifically. So you'd really have to think the All Blacks are targeting that final quarter. If they're in the fight then, they certainly will have better legs and a better bench that's fresher.
So it looks like the All Blacks kept the starting 15 out there. Springboks, of course, forced early as they were last week at Nelspruit to make an early change when they lost Jesse Creel early.
And it's had a huge effect, the way that their backline now looks. LaRue's gone to fullback. Willems has gone into 12, and Lucanio Arm's gone to the wing.
Luke Pearce blows the whistle. Second half is underway. And the ball goes down as far as Clark. Hands it off to Frizzell, who carried it hard right throughout the first 40 minutes of the game. Now Aaron Smith. Waiting back is Moonga. And he gets a long kick down towards halfway. And they let it go into touch. What a sight this is, 62,000. They reckon they could have sold this 3 times. Such is the interest when the All Blacks come to town. Now Marks. First line out of the second half. Won by Ludiaga. All Blacks. Oh, they took a leg up. And so it's an advantage for the Springboks as they try to move it wide. LaRue gets on the outside. Now Mapimpi with his pace. Taken down nicely by Rieko Ioane. Oh, for heaven's sake. How much advantage do you need? He's going all the way back.
Well, he's probably just judging it on breakdowns. I guess there was only the one, which was the one where Mapimpi got caught. And I think he felt that the Springboks were maybe illegal at the ruck, so
on my side of the line out,
he's not seen an advantage, although you could argue, like you say, the line break is the advantage, and if you butcher it from there, it's your own fault. Bit of a worry for the All Blacks that pass where Pollard's slightly deep and hitting LaRue is getting outside Rieko Ioane. He's scrambling across really well, but they won't want to give them too much more space in that area.
Once again, within range of Andre Pollard, choosing to go to the sideline. And the All Blacks have given away a couple of penalties on the bounce at line-out time. Luke Pearce is a technical referee. We've seen it at scrum time, and we've seen it now at line-out time. You have to be incredibly accurate. The initial shove from the All Blacks is good, but after that, they are infringing.
Marks again. This time taken down by Dutoy. Springboks once more testing this All Blacks maul defence. It's come to a grinding halt. So that's got to be one, surely. Now they start to move, but only slowly.
That's a 1, stop 9.
Now, flung away. Willemse breaks the first tackle, loses control, but it's gone backwards. Pollard takes it to the defence, taken down by Whitelock. Now Kitsoff. Hendrickser again. Charged by Visa, who was so impressive last week in the number 8 jersey. Hard run at the defence by Koch.
Yeah, you can't get out of there, he chucked you in.
Now Dutoy. All Blacks having to defend stoutly.
No, thank you, no thanks.
Play advantage for a no arms tackle from Black. Last breakdown.
There's a penalty coming up against the All Blacks for a no arms tackle as Delende piles his way through. Now Willemse charging hard onto this. Goes Visa. Hendrickse again for Kitsoff. Pollard swings it wide. Oh, they've given it away.
Good tackle though.
On the 22, number 1.
They looked for it again. They tried to hook in Rieko Ioane, but this time he was up to it. He stepped in, made a very good spot tackle on Willemse, I think it was. However, they were playing under advantage for a no-arms tackle, the Springboks. Bankable 3. No surprises here that Pollard's taking it.
There he is, Fichinule, on debut tonight for the All Blacks. His father, the moment he was selected, got on a plane to South Africa, arrived last night at the hotel. He is at the game. And just watch, just looking for the collisions that have happened in this game. There's a fight at every breakdown. As Pollard looks to bang over a 3 and just close the gap that little bit more.
Kicks the penalty, Andre Pollard, and the Springboks are making another change. They're going early.
And it's Franco Mostert, who was so very good 7 days ago, replacing Lutayaga. There's the penalty offence from Ethan de Groot.
Long kickoff by the All Blacks, just struggling to get into the game in the second half. Jasper Visa, good strong run. Now he finally gets to ground.
South Africa,
as Hendrickse from outside his 22. Again, great height, but not a lot of depth on the kick. All Blacks in there contesting. Might have been knocked on by Jordan, it was. Wide it goes for Leroux. Now he goes far side for Arm, playing out on the right wing side. Nicely taken though by Ioane, and the All Blacks back in possession, but near their own 22, and they get a penalty.
Good scramble, Rieko Ioane again. He got hooked in. Easy to though when you've got someone like Willie Leroux with all of experience. He found himself just in the right space to rip the pass on the outside to Mapimpi, but Rieko Ioane got back and intercepted the inside pass. Good scramble defence from the All Black centre. You can see there he's been compromised, but look at the work to get back and block that inside pass to Willie Leroux.
Distributing well are the Springboks tonight. Willie Leroux injected into the game very early after the injury to Jesse Creel.
Tokiaho throws. Oh, he's thrown it over the top. Beautifully done by David Havili. Popped the pass. It's there for Whitelock, and the All Blacks stay in possession. Oh, no, they don't.
No. You two. Go steady. Hold up.
Little bit of niggle.
I might need a second for this, mate, so just give me a second.
Good to see Shannon Frizzell.
Breather a second, okay? Just bear with me.
Keen to
Hang
front.
on, no, thank you. Just give me a second. Boys, just listen in before we do anything formal. We've got a clear penalty for the guy not straightening up for the side entry. I blow my whistle. Does he take him out late, or is that on? Yeah. But I've got nothing.
Well, I think it's quite clear.
Yeah.
He
So
takes him out late. It's just whether or not
BC, do you think it's late, or do we need to have a quick
Jasper
look at it, mate?
Visa heard the
Mate,
whistle.
it is late, but I'm not sure if he's heard your whistle or not.
Okay,
so
just pop it up on the screen for me, please. Let's have a quick look.
I'm not sure that not hearing
okay,
the
we'll get
whistle's
the
an
angles up for you
excuse.
now.
Particularly
Well,
when
he doesn't know that the game stopped if he hasn't heard the whistle, obviously.
Well, he could pretend he hasn't heard the whistle. That's easy done.
Boys, off the foot, just quite
Well,
I blow my whistle. 20 then chooses to tackle him, lads, to me.
Well, Luke Pearce is right in front of him.
Do that, which causes all that. It's nothing more than a penalty, boys, is it? So we're going to reverse the penalty here. You had the penalty here for the entry, but Jasper doesn't need to do that. I understand he may not listen to the whistle, but everyone else heard, and number 9 stops playing. Penalty reversal to New Zealand. I understand, but he needs to be more aware when I blow my whistle. That causes the huge scuffle afterwards.
Good
so
point.
It was a South Africa penalty.
Good point, Luke Pearce. Everybody else heard the whistle.
Okay, to make sure the mark is right with the flags.
Just go 2 steps towards the 10-metre line.
Just 2 steps back, is it?
Stop there.
Thank you. Oh, it's good.
The fact I think every other player in screen has stopped doesn't certainly help, but he has been very good. Jasper Wiese off the bench since he replaced Dwayne de Vermeulen just before half-time. He's really injected himself into the game. This is a big moment for the All Blacks to wrestle back some momentum, Justin.
Yes, it is, absolutely. You know, a mistake from Wiese, whether he heard the whistle or not, I think we could probably see that, yes, every other player did. So it's an unnecessary one from the Springboks perspective. Off the back of points from Pollard, an opportunity for the All Blacks just to extend a little bit more again.
Big kick here, Richie Mo'unga. 8 minutes into the second half, and struck it beautifully and puts it through, and the All Blacks go out to 18 points to 13.
And the question is, how long do the All Blacks wait to inject their players off the bench?
Pollard from halfway. All Blacks, a little bit of indecision. Clark got it. Gave it back for Mo'unga, and he's made good distance with this kick. That's a beauty. Right down towards halfway. In fact, over halfway.
Of course. It's good.
Marks to throw. Great work by the All Blacks. Smith frees it off to Savia. He in turn finds Mo'unga. Now chance for Ioane, slipping through the gap. Well contained in the end. Smith stays blindside. Mo'unga had a second shot at it, then taken down at the tackle of Franco Mostert. Here is Tokiaho in a damaging runner with the ball. Now Smith swings it off to Barrett, turns it into Kane. They make it to the 10-metre line. Now Smith again. Lomax, a bit wild, but it's now with Jordan. Goes wide for Savia. Ooh, went a bit high. Now Smith, here's Lomax going hard again. Making it to the 10-metre line. And they get penalised, the All Blacks. Boy, could have gone either way there.
Still trying to get into that 5-metre zone between those Springbok defenders that are aggressively coming up. That 5 metres before the touchline, the All Blacks, that's the area they're looking for. Ardie Savia's camped himself there. Think about Sam Kane's try. He was in that zone.
More changes for the Springboks. They haven't got many left, Jeff.
Yeah. It's Sia Khaleesi, who has been replaced, as well as Frans Malherbe in his 50th test. So there those changes are. Kwagga Smith is on. We know how combative he is as a player.
Time on. They will.
I make it one remaining, just the halfback. All Blacks yet to make a change. Well, they might have made one now.
George Bauer, yes, replaced Ethan de Groot, who could be incredibly proud of his 50 minutes.
Taken down by Mostert. All Blacks push them back a few metres.
Lifting.
Oh, they've got him for lifting again. So another penalty coming the way of the Springboks. Hendrickse, Willemse, Pollard. Good tackle by Ioane. Here's Dalende fighting his way a couple of metres. Hendrickson, Dutoy. All Blacks staunch defence. They've only given up one try so far in this game. Now LaRue away for Arm. Lacagna Arm tried to get it back inside. I don't think so. I don't think he forced it. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, they'll have to check Lacagna Arm. Yeah, whether he's in touch or not.
Field try because you've got a grounding. We're checking touch and also the knock on or not, isn't it?
Well, he's got a grounding. Well.
So Lacagna Arm was having a dig at the line. The cover defence was there. He speculatively threw it back on the inside. So let's keep an eye on his feet first.
We're looking if he's in touch.
In touch. He's in touch.
If he is in touch, it's no try, but back to the advantage.
Luke, I can confirm that he has put his foot on touch, so you need to go back for your advantage.
No try. Back to the advantage.
Good tackle, Caleb Clark. Then it comes off Will Jordan. But they were playing under this penalty advantage. Well, if almost scoring a try is not advantage, I don't know what is.
They're going to have a little chat to the All Blacks because Willie LaRue, just with his little bit of depth and ripping that pass out to Mapimpi in particular, but either side, he is finding some space for his wingers. It's at the moment equally as good a defence from the All Blacks. They're scrambling back and making the tackles when they need to, but they need to shut down his time and space.
Well, the All Blacks will know what's coming. One by Mostert. All Blacks again initially pushing the Springboks back. Here's Marks, still holding it. Got another advantage here. So it's gone down, and you'll have to play the penalty again.
So Sam, we had a very informal chat. This is now the warning. We've got to defend Moores legally. We've had leg lifting, we've had binding on legs and lifting. Number 3 has then collapsed it. Another one down here, he goes. You can have a very quick word. Hold there, please.
It's good captaincy. Needs to just give the All Blacks a moment to breathe, Sam Kane.
It is.
Sensible, just to say, okay, we're under penalty pressure now. Let's get everything correct. Make sure that we make it hard for them. They have to be very, very good to get through us. Don't gift it to them.
But also, Justin, don't get yourself in a position where you're down to 14 men, where you have to work incredibly hard, stay disciplined.
Number 3, change.
At least stay 15 on 15.
Big change, big change.
Massive change for the young man from Canterbury and the Crusaders. Lomax has been good. Fletcher Newell on debut for the All Blacks.
Well, he has to defend this line out along with the rest of them. They give the ball to the Springboks. Now they've got to hold somehow. Starting to move.
Through the mark.
Still holding them, the All Blacks. Now Hendrickson. Away to Willemse. The All Blacks defended the line out well. Danger's not over. Thumping tackle on Pollard. Now Dutoy. Ball there for Hendrickson. Charging on goes Mostert. All Blacks looking to knock over the ball. I reckon they
Luke,
have.
stop play. 6 is down there in front of you.
Great turnover. Clearing kick made by Geordie Barrett. And he puts it into the touch well and truly.
Sensational defence. Adi Savia.
He was down for a count.
His accuracy was outstanding when he needed to. He found a small little opening in the breakdown, got his hands on the ball. Check it out, Adi Savia. There's the gap, gets rid of the cleaner, gets his hands on the ball and turns it over. Great scramble defence, great line-out defence. And the All Blacks survived the onslaught.
Shannon Frizzell is getting attention. Outstanding refereeing from Luke Pearce. Outstanding. The call came from him, from the TMO, to stop the game. He felt the All Blacks had the opportunity to clear, and they did, and he stopped it appropriately. Water break. I'll bring in beside me Ma Nonu, and Ma, as Samasoni Tokiaho is replaced by Cody Taylor. That sort of experience, nice to come off the bench. How do you close out a game like this in the last 24 minutes?
Yeah, what we've seen is in the second half, they've actually kicked quite better in the second half. Pinging it down there, and what we've seen with the leadership, him bringing on, just calming the boys down. They've had 3 or 4 lineouts where the Springboks have been on our try line. We've defended so well.
So, when you think about it, is it simply about playing in the right part of the field? Continue to turn this big forward pack around of the Springboks, back your defence, but look for an opportunity to attack, because we've shown the signs there are spaces there.
Territory is the key, yet we've attacked from our 22 and we've scored some 2 great tries. We just need to be clinical, execute, and just nail the basics.
Thanks, Mark.
So play to resume with Cody Taylor now on. What a terrific job done by Samasoni Tokiaho. All Blacks in there disputing again. Off it goes to Kane. He slips it to Mwanga. Away for Ioane. Barrett in. Barrett hits it hard downfield. LaRue waits. Off it goes for who's been really dangerous today, and he's done it again. Gets away again. Now he fires the pass.
Has to be forward.
Oh, boy.
Just take your time, mate. Just get clear around the outside.
Mapimpi scores, but they'll have to check it.
They have to. I'm sure it's gone a mile forward. They look forward out of the hands. He did everything so well, Lucanio You could see what he was trying to do.
Potential obstruction to let him through the hole.
Find the player in space. They'll go back all the way as well and look for obstruction
Fine, so it's just
that led to the break.
Brett.
Go ahead, Luke.
Try. Is there an obstruction by a South African player that puts the New Zealand guy to ground, which creates the hole? If yes, penalty. If no, it's a try.
Oh, so they
Okay,
don't
we have
even
an
want to look at the
on-field
pass.
try. We're checking for potential obstruction by Green in the lead up.
Angus Gardner has decided the pass is fine. Yeah, look.
Sam Whitlock appealed immediately.
So it's halfback.
I'm just trying to get a wider angle for you here.
You see Sam Whitlock.
Well, Sam Whitlock can't step into that space because Hendricks is in his tackle line. So where Whitelock's coming from, Hendricks stops him from stepping into that space to make a tackle.
And force Lucanio to do something different.
Keep playing him, Brady. Just give me one more, mate.
Yeah, just coming back to what is the best angle for you here.
So bang once, bang twice. In front of the ball carrier. In front of the ball carrier.
Brett, I'm seeing this. Number 9 is in front of the ball carrier, so he is offside. He then turns his back, and number 4 doesn't have the chance to tackle him because of that.
Agree with the facts.
Okay, so that's an illegal act. There's no try. We go back to the penalty. Are we all in agreement?
Well, this is a big call because this will be a penalty for the All Blacks. Way, way back.
Number 9's ahead of the ball carrier. He turns his back. Number 4 can't then make a tackle. I'm pretty sure you'd want it the same way if it went that way, okay? So it's no try. We're back to the penalty.
Luke, the mark is on the 10-metre line.
So going right back to the 10-metre line. And I reckon the All Blacks might line up a penalty here.
They have to.
That one where Luke is?
They have to. I think it also just takes a little bit of the momentum out of the Springboks, who have probably had the better of the last 10 minutes of this half. And it gives them just a little bit of breathing room on the scoreboard. Not a guarantee for Richie Mo'unga, but remembering at altitude, distance is not the problem, and it's not that wide an angle. So good opportunity for them to extend the lead.
Clearly, the local fans are disappointed. But Luke Pearce is a technical referee. He's done it in all facets of the game, whether it be the line out, the scrum, and that is in the chase line. I think he's picked that up really, really well. To push it out to 8 with 20 odd to go is a big moment for this All Black side.
It's a hostile environment, and Richie Mo'unga is feeling it. Here he goes. And never in doubt. Kicks another penalty. And it's 21-13. And more changes, Jeff.
And the man who was down, Shannon Frizzell, is replaced by Akira Ioane. But Shannon Frizzell has left everything out there. It appears he's going for an HIA.
Pollard kicks off. All Blacks take it in. Mo'unga has to use his feet and runs into trouble. Ball comes on the Springbok side, so they couldn't clear it. Here's Willemse. Goes wide for Mapimpi. And he's in.
I'll talk about back in the game. Richie Mo'unga was put under pressure. I'm not entirely convinced that he was released in the tackle, but Luke Pearce was right there, so subsequently he was turned over. The pass to Mapimpi was outstanding, and the minute it gets into his jet shoe, so is there a clear release here from the tackler? I'm not convinced there is. Marks gets the turnover, cleared from Hendrickse. Really nice behind the play here. You could see players in motion, but they weren't needed because the big wide pass to Mapimpi caught Jordan out. He was infield, not expecting the turnover, and a quality finish from the left winger.
Yeah, look, the All Blacks have exited poorly twice, and they've been punished twice in this game. Caleb Clark chose to pass, put Richie Mo'unga under pressure, and then, as you say, Justin, the tackle made. Malcolm Marx doing what he does well, got on the ball, and this guy can fly with space in front of him. And so now the momentum back. Massive moment for the All Blacks. And where does the change happen for Beauden Barrett? What impact does he have on this game? Who's it going to before? We will see in a moment.
Certainly about to arrive. Just a question of who we will replace. In the meantime, Pollard. Great kick by Andre Pollard. And all of a sudden, it's a one-pointer in Ellis Park.
Beauden Barrett is on the field.
It's Caleb Clark. It's Caleb Clark who is limping off. Geordie Barrett moves to the wing. Beauden Barrett to fullback.
So, Mo'unga with the restart. Down as far as Visa. Visa goes hard. Hendrickse will make the kick downfield. Again, he gets it up really high, but again, no distance on the kick. And it's bounced off Etzebeth, so lost forward by the Springboks. Here's Taylor. Cody Taylor takes it out towards midfield. Akira Ioane.
Okay, advantage over for the knock-on.
Savia slips the pass to Newell. Now Akira Ioane infield to Barrett. Beauden Barrett charging hard is Havili. Now here goes Akira Ioane inside the 22. Makes good ground. Now Mo'unga into midfield, ball lost.
Boy, they do not stop coming forward. That wasn't bad attack from the All Blacks.
We got about 6.
There wasn't a lot of subtlety in it, but players are running hard and straight. The odd inside pass, but even
Time off, please.
4 or 5 phases in, they're prepared to come forward, the Springboks. There's the pass from Willemse to Mapimpi, and he can fly.
That's about it. They're welcome to have some if they want some.
The last water break for the contest. Some really nice touches from lots of players for the All Blacks tonight. There have been big moments for the Springboks. Mark, I'll bring you one last time. We saw it last week. Andre Pollard drops back into the pocket midway through the second half. Is it something the All Blacks should consider at this point of the game? We've seen Dan Carter in critical moments in big games. Do we expect someone to maybe take a quick shot at goal, quick drop goal?
The perfect example to take a drop event. 30 metres out, 20 metres out, run in front. It just pushes them a little bit more, back and back and back, and then the time will run out.
With Sono, they can be dangerous, though, the Springboks, if you kick poorly. Their chase needs to be strong, the All Blacks, if they're going to have success. How would you still manipulate the ball off the boot?
Well, you can see with the South African defence, they've got two fullbacks. We just need to actually kick it really hard behind them. But what we're seeing, what I've seen with the defence is we're actually getting caught out on the outside. Our winger, he's always hinging in and the last man's not coming up. So I just want an extra pair of a body just to be there.
There's no doubt our fullback is maybe getting a little bit tight, but they're seeing opportunities as Springboks. They're throwing some accurate passes. Do we maybe need to hold on to the ball a little bit longer?
Yeah, we can. We just need to find a hole. We're going from side to side, and then we lose the ball.
There's been some really strong performances up. Justin Rico Ioane showed some of his really nice touches. Been involved in tonight's game more and more. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, he certainly has. I think defensively is what's been impressive. Yeah, yes, the Springbok have found some space on the outside, but when he's needed to scramble Rico Ioane and get himself in the right position to either make a tackle or get in the way of a pass, he's done it really well. He's used his pace to his advantage by pushing that defender to the outside and then mowing him down with his speed. Boy, we are in for some final quarter.
Just
strap yourself in.
Look at that. Look at that. 60-odd thousand.
So Fletcher Newell gets his first taste of an All Black scrum. It is Springbok ball.
Fine. Set.
Held in the back. All Blacks not giving an inch. In fact, they push the Springboks. Oh, come on.
Forward first.
He is a technical ref, that is for sure. The momentum was forward from the All Blacks.
Careful. Okay.
Boy, I thought they both stood up at the same time, and that All Black scrum had momentum forward. That's a tough one. It really is. And it's a relief as well for the Springboks, who now get to clear their territory off the back of a soft one.
Springboks coming slowly to the line out. The only replacement they have left is a halfback. So these forwards are going to have to see it through. Malcolm Marx to throw. Etzebeth wins. All Blacks hold them up again. Not going anywhere at all.
He's through the middle.
Now he goes to ground. Does
No, he's
Marx.
gone.
Hendrickson to feed it up for Visa.
South Africa, use it.
All Blacks
Hardy, careful.
ahead by one.
Good kick. Ah, outstanding.
Beautifully done. Will Jordan nailed it. The catching of the high ball so much better tonight. Here's Sam Kane. Breaks the first tackle. Sets it up for Smith. Now the kick down the middle by Beauden Barrett. Willie LaRue, will he bring it outside the 22? No. In fact, he did step outside the 22, I thought. Might have been lucky to get away with that.
It's a good win for the All Blacks. An area they massively lost last week, that aerial battle. Will Jordan just commanded the air, took authority in calling for it, won it well, and then Beauden Barrett steps up as the first receiver. Really nice kick into space, and they get a good territory gain. And now a chance to launch around halfway.
Taylor with the throw. Won by Savia, delivered to Smith. Away from Moanga. Geordie Barrett standing in the tackle.
You pulled him to ground.
Springboks have turned it over though. And off goes Willemse. Now here's Arm in a bit more space. Good tackle by Moanga. Hendrickson swings it off to Pollard. Wide again for LaRue. Short pass for Detroy. Tips it over the top for Mapimpi. Lowered in a good tackle by Kane. The All Blacks have won it back. Possible counter-attack here. Away for Ioane. Etzebeth had stayed wide. Springboks pile in after it, but can't turn it over. Here's Whitelock. Oh, pops the pass. Newell not expecting it. Oh, that could be nasty. Referee, no, lets it go. And they're going to try and open it up here, the All Blacks. Oh, he's gone back.
Well, what's going on?
I think he's got a call from the TMO here. And I think it might be against Beauden Barrett.
Yeah, it's on number 9, isn't it? Yeah. So Brett, we're on a penalty here. There's a take off the ball on number 9 as the ball was hacked through. We're just on penalty with no real need to... Okay.
There's a replay coming up now, mate.
Take the top off, please.
I didn't think there was much in it. I really didn't. But Beauden Barrett steps into the space here. Does he do enough? Yes, he does. I stand corrected.
Look, I'm not talking penalty try here because number 10 is clearly in behind. But you can't do that, number 22.
This is going to be a yellow card.
Yellow card here, boys. Thank you. That's why it's not a penalty try, but you can't just take someone off in a potential try-scoring opportunity, similar to your yellow card in the first half.
Once again, it's been an unfortunate error for the All Blacks, which has led to them, in all likelihood, surrendering the lead, but also going down to 14 men. It happened in the last play of the previous test, and they've made the error there, and now the All Blacks will have to, with just 13 minutes to go, operate 10 minutes of that at 14.
Well, I would argue the bigger error was the pass.
Yes.
Trying to tip pass inside the 22, Sam Whitelock. It's unlike him. He's usually more disciplined than that. He possibly felt that Newell was in space, but when you're inside your 22, you have to get those things right. And they didn't. And subsequently, Beauden Barrett, he could probably recognise there might have been a threat there. He wouldn't have been able to see who was behind him. He wouldn't have been able to see Moanga was there to cover that little kick through from Hendrickson. But yes, 2 pieces of discipline. Uncharacteristically, again, inviting the Springboks back into this match.
So Pollard to give the Springboks the lead in the game, and he does just that.
So more impact from the All Blacks. Quinn Tupaia and Finlay Christie coming on, 2 inexperienced All Blacks, but it's their responsibility. The replacements being made, Sam Kane and Aaron Smith are the 2 players who are coming off, I believe. Yep, he's just talking to the referee, Sam Kane. Ardie Savia, captain of the All Blacks now. Quinn Tupaia filling that space at the back. Been a big shift from Sam Kane tonight.
Restart from Moanga. Taken down by Visa. Again, powerful run out from the 22 for Hendrickson to make a clearance. Barrett almost got to it. This one's drifting towards the touchline, and so that is a mistake. They are complaining that it might have been touched by an All Black.
If you want to look at the little micro elements of the game, Scott Barrett is just doing enough to annoy and disrupt Hendrickse in his kicking game. He's been there all day and it's worked really well. It's forced them into bad kicks.
Taylor lobs it in. Oh, it's been slapped back on the Springbok side. Hendrickse, away it goes into midfield for Smith. And Quagga Smith almost up to the 22. Now the short pass for Mostert. Well and truly upended.
No advantage because that was entry, but the throw is clearly not straight. What would you like, South Africa?
Boy, that's another long advantage.
Clearly not straight.
Clearly not straight, but it was won by the Springboks. Work that one out.
Okay, let's bind up then. Let's go.
The last scrum, the All Blacks felt as though they were putting immense pressure on. You could see their disappointment at not earning some reward. They will go again here.
Equally, I think the Springboks' mentality will be to try and win a penalty here. This is going to be a fascinating contest. They won't want to phase out of this zone. No, just outside the 22, probably by the time it gets to Visa.
Quintapaya is on the side of the All Black scrum. They've got their penalty. Off it goes for LaRue. He's knocked it back. Now he turns it in for Arm. And there was a knock on. So he's gone back to the scrum penalty.
I don't think the flow of the game at the moment is helping the All Blacks. It's become quite stop-start. Penalties, knock-ons, discipline problems. There's been no rhythm in the game, no flow. When it had flow and rhythm and plenty of breakdowns, the All Blacks were really fatiguing the Springbok defence. Look how slow they are now, the Springboks. It's the game in the last quarter, 15 minutes, is played into their hands perfectly. The All Blacks need ball in hand and more tempo in this game if they're going to come home in this last quarter.
Quagga Smith in at halfback, so they'll have another drive. Marks holding in the back.
Called down by number 4.
So they have to release. Hendrickse, another testing kick. Jordan waits. Beautifully done again, Will Jordan. He's tipped it and off he's gone. Slips the pass for Tapia. Now, here's Mo'unga using his pay. Away to Ioane with plenty of speed. Rieko Ioane gets on the outside. Still going. Inside the 22. Christie gets there quickly. Now they sling it wide. Tapia looking to straighten. Now Jordan, at least Barrett hands it back. Barrett again, Newell. Got his pass off nicely. Now here's Cody Taylor. All Blacks trying to run the Springboks to a standstill. Christie. Scott Barrett. Into the gap goes Artie Savia. Pops the pass beautifully. Now Geordie Barrett. 15 metres out. Christie again. Slips it to George Bower. Right out in front of the goalpost. Got a penalty as well. Here's Christie. Charging hard. Christie looks to free it up. Slings it off to Newell. Turns it back into Geordie Barrett. Here's Artie Savia. Pops the pass. Havili scores. David Havili.
Yes, boy, if you thought that one in the first half was pretty good, stand up and admire this one. Will Jordan commands the air again and takes the initiative. Sets the jet shoes of Rieko Ioane away. The All Blacks go length of the field. And then when they needed to stay patient, they did. They had a dig. Players going close. Artie pops it in the tackle. Out to Havili, looks to fake pass. keeps it to himself and bangs it down on the line. My word, that was sensational.
The courage of the 14-man All Black side to play. There is the final grounding, but all of the work from all of the players getting themselves involved, keeping the ball alive, the offload. Andre Pollard trying to inspire his men. The All Blacks lead by 3. What a remarkable contest here in Johannesburg. Critical kick this. Critical, remembering the Freedom Cup is on the line. Springboks have won the first test. A draw would mean that they win the Freedom Cup back. Can Richie Mo'unga deliver again?
When this is completed, we'll have 5 minutes left. Being cool and calm with his goal kicking tonight. Big kick. And over it goes. Mo'unga converts, and the All Blacks lead by 5.
So good from Artie. 3 defenders. The finish from Havili's quality, but Artie to bring 3 defenders in.
Now the exit. This is important. Akira Ioane holds the ball and charges up towards the 22.
Stephen, thank you. Don't put him down, please. Don't put him down, please.
Now back for Mo'unga to make the clearance. About a minute until Barrett gets back on the park. The Springboks are going to make their last change shift.
And it's at halfback. And Jaden Henkringer has done a fantastic job, but the responsibility now falls for Herschel Janchis to finish it. That's a massive shift in these conditions. 7-5 minutes from Jaden Henkringer, but now discipline critical here for the All Blacks.
So Marks to throw. Etzebeth wins it. The All Black maul defence has been pretty solid in this game.
This player collapsed it.
Springboks collapsed their own maul. Referee reckons. So now Janchis slips the pass to Kitsoff.
Chasers here, Christoph.
Janchis
Onside, please.
looking to lob a kick. Right into centre field. Barrett makes the call and he's decisive. Takes it in beautifully. So the All Blacks have it through Christie. Mo'unga again jabs it away downfield as hard as he can. Pollard's taken it back inside the 22. Now here's Willie LaRue. Few black jerseys in front of him. Slips it to Mapimpi. Makes it to halfway.
He has the ball.
All Blacks have turned him over. So can they finish with a strong one?
Thank you.
Geordie Barrett makes the kick.
Mark.
Boy, if this sits up nicely, they're coming a mile. And he can only jab it out. What a kick that was. What a beauty.
And what a turnover. Mapimpi went hard.
Just be careful
There's
here.
nothing in it, guys. Nothing in it.
And Sam Whitelock was first player there for the All Blacks. His accuracy and getting his hands on the ball to affect the turnover was of the highest quality.
Hang on. What was the concern, mate?
Just be careful and just watch here.
Brett, you've cleared that issue in the background, haven't you?
Yes, cleared, nothing.
We're good to play on?
Yes, Luke.
Well, the All Blacks can nail it here.
Beauden Barrett has returned to the field.
Sorry, boys, sorry. Time off, please.
Quinton Tapaia's going, where do I go? What do I do?
Who's going on, lads?
Tupovai is on the field.
Of course it time's off, yes.
There's confusion here in terms of who's coming off the field for the All Blacks. Beauden Barrett has returned.
So Ioane is off. So
Ioane is off.
We are back to 15.
And he has had some sort of game, Nisbo.
yeah, he played well. 16 they had on the field.
Hole turns.
So, Cody Taylor.
Ball.
Ball won by
Down by
Tupou
18.
Vai, and they're having a good crack at the line
Goal
here.
line, South Africa.
Ball will be there for Christie.
Collapse was caused by New Zealand.
And now a charge at the line by Vai.
Okay.
Got to try and release this. Here's George Bow getting very close. Goal line there. Artie Savia has a go.
Short.
He's called short by Luke Pearce.
South Africa have hands.
Springboks have got to roll away though.
No, it was short for me.
Scott Barrett reckons he scored it.
I will step.
So Christie again. Taylor waits, but Bow's first.
Advantage, 23 offside.
Oh, he's got a penalty advantage for the All Blacks. And they score! They score, I think it's Scott Barrett.
It certainly is.
Oh, that wins the game. You're guilty.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Boys.
Wow, let's go all the way back to Sam Whitelock, and then also the kick into the corner from Geordie Barrett, and then the All Blacks line out more, which was just caught short. They managed to maintain and keep their discipline, and at the crucial time when they needed to pounce, they thought Artie had scored, but when Scott Barrett reaches out, conclusively he does, and he seals an absolutely monumental victory for the All Blacks here at Ellis Park.
Huge for this All Black side. You think what they've been through.
Please, let me get the all clear. We all right, Brady?
Yeah, I was just double checking. He got it in one move, and he definitely did.
Yeah.
The try has been confirmed. Richie Mo'unga will bang it over.
This is a massive triumph. Hardest ground in South Africa to win. And they've done it.
In fact, one of the hardest grounds in the world to win at.
And this man here on screen, who's had limited opportunities in 2022, has stepped up to the mark like so many of these All Blacks, young and old, at this grand stage. They deserve the success of the work they have done.
Over it goes. There goes the siren. And the All Blacks have silenced the critics. And they've won at Ellis Park by 35 points to 23.
As you'd expect, a high-quality test match between these historic opponents. The Springboks contributed massively to this game, got themselves ahead into the second half. They hadn't been for most of the match, but the All Black side, with the attitude they came out from the opening minutes of this match, they prevailed because they had the heart today, they had the accuracy, they had the intent, and some of the quality of their finishing and the skills we saw out there today were of the highest quality.
Well, this is a massive triumph for the All Blacks, written off by all and sundry after their performance last week in Nelspruit. They've turned it round on the high veld. They've scored 2 tries in the first half, 2 in the second, and have fully deserved their win here at Ellis Park in Johannesburg by 35 points to 23.
From South African breweries. Rico, I mean, how much does this mean coming here at Ellis Park? It's a cauldron, but you came up and you showed up.
Yeah, it's obviously probably the best one, probably the best stadium I've played at, and you know, just the last few weeks that we've had as a team, you know, been really difficult, and you know, it's hard when you're trying to put things together and it's just not turning up. But you know, today the boys stuck at it, and we got it done at one of the hardest places to play rugby in.
What does it mean for this group? What does it mean for the people back home?
Look, it just confirms our team's belief in each other. Look, there's a few doubters back home as well, but there's always going to be there. You know, we know what we have in this team, and you know, as a 36, 37-man squad, we know how good we can be. So we're just hugely proud of our effort tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, in actual fact, that was man of the match presentation, which was given to Rieko Ioane.
To support you.
Let's
what do
hear
you have
from
to say for these
Siya
players?
Yeah, we'd like to say thank you to everybody that came out. The atmosphere was out of this world each and every single weekend. And yeah, we're sorry we couldn't pull it through today.
Disappointing. Lots of lost opportunities. But what do you take from this game?
Yeah, I think the first half, I think the game was quite fast. You know, we couldn't really put our game plan upon them. I think they made great plans, and we could have worked a lot harder, you know, in the first half. But yeah, they played really well out here today. And like we all knew, you know, they only need a couple of moments to make it count, and they definitely did them. So congrats to Sam and his boys.
Hard luck and best of luck for the next one.
Go, Santo. Sure.
So the thoughts there of Sia Khaleesi, and it won't be long, I don't think, before we hear from Sam Kane, who scored the opening try for the All Blacks. They scored 4 tries to 2 in the game. And we're about to hear, I think, from the captain of the All Blacks, Sam Kane.
I mean, you must be a proud man.
Oh, yeah, proud's an understatement, mate. I think through adversity, you know, it really challenges your character, and this group's got plenty of character. It's never been a question of how much we care or how much we want it, but we just needed to get a few parts of our game right, and yeah, a massive challenge coming here. One of the toughest places in the world to play, and the group stepped up massively, so hugely proud. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been supporting us through particularly the last month, which has been pretty challenging. Yeah, we feel all that support, and geez, it means a lot.
What is it that you had to work on? You mentioned it was a little few things. What do you feel that you pushed on and made sure it came through today?
Look, we're a lot better at the breakdown tonight, and we dealt with the box kicks or the contestables a lot better. Set piece was good. We defended them all really well. So lots of little parts of our game, which is what Test footy's about. You know, getting little parts of your game right time and time again, so you can build some pressure. And yeah, massively stoked.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes, every reason to be massively stoked. Sam Kane. He scored the first of 4 tries. Tokiaho got one in the first half. It was 15 points to 10 at the break. There was only 1 point in the game that the South Africans led, and that was that late penalty by Andre Pollard, but then late tries by both David Havili and Scott Barrett, both converted by Richie Mo'unga, and the All Blacks in the finish were comfortable at 35 points to 23, and there is the triumphant All Black team with the Freedom Cup.